This quarantine it's been so lonely. Yeah, so very recently, those sometimes detrimental parts of my personality, like, can't say no to someone who's like sad, hurting, in need. I feel like very recently that was exploited. I've always been a really social person. I miss my friends. I miss going out to do like the simplest things. I'm not even talking about like partying, nothing like that. Human interaction. I made a huge mistake recently. In a moment of weakness and in a moment of, I guess, boredom and fuck it, I respond to a text message. It's my ex. It's an ex that none of you guys have ever heard of. This person is not a streamer. This person is not in media or entertainment or anything like that. And that's what this upload's gonna be about. Completely exploited. Miss my kid. Aw, you kissed my knees to make him feel better?
Yeah, Mommy. You wanna ask?
I am gonna ask her. It's what?
See, it looks like a triangle.
But what is it?
A triangle.
Triangular.
Prism.
Yep.
Whoa, look at the colors. The words.
I know. Can you read them?
Beryllium, amber, green, colors, yellow, blue, brown, orange, black, gold, violet, magenta.
This is great.
No picture.
Okay.
Try again. Try again.
He's supposed to be coming back to me soon, but the whole shutdown and social distancing, I don't know. There's nothing I can do. Even like court dates and stuff, who knows when that's happening. My fridge isn't working, so I had to run out to 7-Eleven and buy noodles. Gross. These were like any carbs, really. I think they make my narcolepsy so much worse. Midnight right now. I've basically been hibernating. Like, I slept 18 hours today. And then before that, there was like a 2-day period before that where I slept 36 hours. And that's like, who the fuck sleeps that much? Seriously. Force myself up. Take a shower. A terrible shower at that, in the RV, obviously. But yeah, I'm just like sleeping my life away, like worse than ever. And I don't know if it's just feeling so isolated and lonely because of the whole quarantine, or if my narcolepsy is getting worse. I don't know. Okay, so obviously 7-Eleven is not a grocery store, and you know, you pay like a convenience fee for stuff. Before I decided to film this video, I realized I had no food and I needed to go get something. So I get this single bang, $9. Ridiculous. Hold the phone like this, but I don't have the... Do I have the arm... It's not the arm strength that I don't have or upper body that I'm lacking. It's like the stability and the ability to keep it like straight and not shaky. Okay, so most of the video the light is fucking trash and accidentally broke my light. My other light. So a lot of the lighting in this video is trash. But let's get to the whole point of this video. It's not clickbait. The quarantined weekend with my ex. What was I thinking? Seriously, what the fuck was I thinking? I respond to a text message. It's my ex. It's an ex that none of you guys have ever heard of. This person is not a streamer. This person is not in media or entertainment or anything like that. We had a relationship for a while. But yeah, everything about us was always kept under wraps. Like, my closest friends, like, who really know me, they know about him. But everyone else would never, and this person never existed. They hit me up, right? They sound drunk or pathetic, or I don't know, just something about like their whole approach was just really sad. I managed to manipulate the part of my brain that just like has a soft side for everybody. My feelings or whatever, I think, is kind of what gets me in the most trouble and in the worst situations. I humanize people. I humanize people more than they are human. What I mean by that, I'm too forgiving. Instead of like holding on to like anger or hurt or resentment that maybe one's done upon myself, I just kind of let it go and move on with my life. Like, I don't obsess with like getting back at them or making them feel like they're missing out. Like, I just move on. You know, maybe a younger me would have been a little bit more salty and immature, but at this point in my life, I have so many other problems and so much of myself that like I need to find and define without another person. I don't even bother. I don't bother with the revenge type stuff. So, in a moment of weakness or poor judgment, or whatever you want to call it, I allow them to come over. They stayed for a whole weekend. Some of it was fun. Felt like the old times, you know, when we got along and stuff. They were a little surprised at like how accommodating I was when we were together. My living situation didn't really allow for guests. When I would go over to their place, like there were a lot of rules, and some of the rules were never spoken aloud. Some of the rules I would have to learn the hard way. Anytime the boat was rocked, I would be kicked out on the streets with all my belongings put over there for convenience. This could be at 3 a.m. and this happened so many times, like it was almost comical. But trust me, it did get very old and it did become very tiring, and for me at least, I feel that was the beginning of the end, and that was when I really started to detach emotionally. The whole night just got weirder and weirder. I couldn't figure out like if he wanted closure. I couldn't figure out if like what it was. When I thought, okay, this cannot get more pathetic, ridiculous, and time wasting. You know, we would get into fights like the old us, the old ways, the old shit that I just did not miss. And you know, I would find myself in a hostile conversation where I'm basically like being demanded of explanations, truths on certain experiences in which we had entirely different realities. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't owe you shit. I don't owe you any explanations. I don't owe you any closure. I have my reality. You have your reality. We're never going to see eye to eye on. We're never going to be satisfied with. You swear you're right on this one thing, or you believe something happened a certain way, which it did or did not happen. Like, I don't have to engage in this anymore. Now, when I tried to make small talk with him, apparently he's like moving out of state, has a job offer. Like, he couldn't even tell me what the job was or anything like that. Like, he demands all my life secrets, all my whereabouts, everything I'm up to, and then I can't even make like small talk with you? Like, fuck you, get out. Oh, God. Seriously, I mean, please learn vicariously through me, anyone watching, and don't take that call, don't take that text. Literally, just start dumpster diving through your DMs. Like, literally, anyone other than your ex is probably going to have a better time with you than someone that you've already discarded. It's someone that you've already decided you can't be together. God, that shit was weird. All right, nobody's perfect, and we're always going to get on someone's nerves, no matter how well-intended we may be. Sometimes, as people, we make mistakes. I think that's totally part of the human experience. That being said, with conflict resolution, working things out as a team, some individuals try a very manipulative tactic, which is essentially threatening the relationship at the first sign of struggle and discord, disharmony. And to me, what that says is that I can't take you seriously. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to call your bluff. If you're threatening the relationship, I'm just going to let you go. I'm not going to stop you, because I think don't threaten it unless you actually want to leave. That's just where I'm at. So not only was this incredibly volatile, high conflict and just drama, nonstop drama, you know, I was constantly packing and unpacking from these like, it's over, come back to me, it's over fights. Like that was, I'm like, am I in a soap opera? The most childish, I don't know, but like that was one thing that I think for me, like made me like completely pull away, become less involved, and almost strategize my exit strategy, if that makes sense. Because I realized that this person could not take me, the relationship, or even themselves seriously. While he was here, there were some jabs taken at me that I just kind of like, let it roll off my shoulder. There were a couple times he crossed lines, saying certain things that I was like, okay, if you want to get the fuck out, there's the door. There's the door right there. You can just leave. There were times we'd have to separate from certain rooms, it was very, very short-lived because it wouldn't be long before something would be said that would just be like absolutely horrible. And like, oh wow. He has a girlfriend apparently. I'm dating right now. I'm dating. I'm not exclusive to anyone, and I'm doing that by choice. You know, I didn't do anything inappropriate based on my current relationship standard. Now, ooh, God. Now, did we hook up? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not, whatever. But, like, the things that I will talk about, like, you know, him demanding, like, hugs or kisses or some type of physical affection and stuff, it's totally fucking wrong. I respect your relationship, and I'm not trying to, like, seduce you, you know, like, and then it turns out, like, okay, so the whole point of him coming over at all apparently is the fact that what kind of storyteller would I be if I totally skimped out on the best part? Yeah, I'm talking the agenda reveal. Yeah, dude had an agenda. And the first, okay, because he was here basically 2 days. And like the first day, I'm hounding him, like, what are you doing here? Like, we've been broken up forever. I'm okay. I've been doing fine. I'm not hitting you up. Like, why are you really here? What do you want? Like, quit playing with my head and stuff. Like, not that it, like, really affected me. Like, him being, like, drunk and saying, I love you, I miss you, did not bring back any kind of feelings towards him. They did not. Like, with a straight face. They did not. Okay? Oh, God. I mean, I don't love him. I love how rich and self-entitled he is. I love this is too good. I love the agenda. All right, because there had to be one. This is not the kind of person who will just do something for someone else, admit wrong, or have like a humbling moment where they want to come through and make something right. No, they needed something from me. What was that? I wonder. He believes that his current girlfriend is extorting him, more or less. As far as money goes, like, for them, like, living together. I guess they don't live together. We only know his side of the story. God only knows the truth, which I believe is somewhere in between her side and his side, but I don't have her side. Apparently she was watching a lot of my content, so if she finds this video, hey girl, please take him back. This was such a mistake. For one, I have to remember, like, the bad parts of this relationship and how much pain I would be in at any given time. I have to remember how cruel this person was to me. And I'm trying not to, like, sit here and, like, bash them, and your ex shows up at your door, like, begging to pay you to, like, stay, like, for a little bit and whatever. Like, I mean, he literally needs somewhere to go, I guess. What he offered me was a fucking slap in the face, and it really wouldn't change my life any. It wouldn't really help me in any way. If anything, if I even considered the offer, it would be doing him a favor, especially since the fact that I'm hardly here. Yes, I am practicing social distancing, but I don't remain in this residence, which is really more of a film set for me, but I'm hardly here. So if I wanted to do him a favor, take him up on his offer and take, like, a sad amount of money to let him have somewhere to stay, I would be doing him the favor, right? But that's definitely not going to work out. Somewhere along the lines of this crazy, stupid weekend, says something to me, and he was very drunk. And although let me say this much, I'm not a huge drinker. My body cannot tolerate alcohol to the point where I notice other people can, and they can have these, like, crazy personality changes, and they can say or do things that they have no recollection of the next day. I've never actually experienced that, and I think it's because I get sick way before I can get that inebriated. Depending on how much I ate and how quickly I drink, I'm going to say it's a 50-50 chance that I'm going to be puking. Once that starts, I'm done. I don't need to drink anymore, and I'm just miserable, hunched over a toilet or a puke bowl, and that's about it for me. I will call it a night at that point. Now, I did not get that inebriated. But the thing is, with some of these functioning alcoholics, and I truly believe he is an alcoholic, you can, the obviousness of the alcohol and them being drunk versus parts of their personality that sometimes come out sober too, hard to discern, like, oh, are they just a drunk asshole? Are they an angry drunk? Or is this how they really feel? Because some people think that alcohol is just like, it brings out your true side It removes that filter, that social filter. It removes that screening process in your brain, which some people hardly have to begin with. Somewhere along this drunken whole thing, he has the nerve to weaponize things that I've told him in confidence. Why I'm even bringing this part of the story up is because of him, there are certain parts of my life, certain events, or even preferences about me as a person that I, from this point forward, and have even still maintained in the current people I'm dating, I am keeping this something. I don't even want to say need to know basis. I'm just no longer disclosing certain parts of my life. Why? Because they're apparently weaponized by some people. I mean, if being a need to know basis, this is not going to affect people I date going forward. And the crazy part is a lot of it is like horrible things that happen to me, like re-victimizing a victim. We don't need to get into specifics. That's not the point. The point is some of the worst things in my life that have happened to me were basically thrown in my face at one point or another by this person, and then again over this crazy, stupid quarantined weekend. Like, oh, well, I could never want you because this and this happened to you. I could never want you because of a million reasons. Because of who you are, not something that happened beyond your control, you dick. Huge mistake. Huge mistake. I couldn't wait for them to get out of here fast.
Get out right now. It's the end of you and me.
Before I asked them, to never contact me again, then I blocked them. And here we are. Anything to take away from this stupid thing that I did? Yes. Loneliness is not a reason to compromise your happiness. Now, when this person texted me, and here's the thing, apparently they had shown up and they were knocking, and I wasn't even here. I was with my family. I was with my immediate family at their home. Like, I was set up, you know what I mean? They were lonely, whatever, I fell for it. But the point of this whole rant, what I'm trying to tell you guys is if you have a toxic ex who, could still very much come into your life and cause you grief or hurt you, it has nothing to do with me moving on or not moving on, because I have moved on, trust me. But the thing is, this person is weaponizing very painful parts and chapters of my life, okay? That's what a toxic person will do. Right now, because everyone's social distancing, they may come to you. They may try to come to you. They may be sliding into your DMs. Do not compromise your time, happiness, space, anything. It doesn't matter if you have extra time on your hands because you're bored or working from home. It's not worth it. But you know what it did teach me is that I'm proud of the fact that I'm not taking that shit anymore. I'm proud of the fact that my standards for dating have changed. I'm proud of the fact that I'm okay being single. That's one thing I took away from this ridiculous, stupid weekend that should have never happened in the first place. No matter how lonely you are, no matter how stir crazy you are during this quarantine, don't text your ex back. Thanks for watching.